What's up everyone, welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video I will be reviewing episode 184 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. And this episode started off with a pretty big shocker. Kawaki appeared for the first time since episode 1. Kawaki appeared in the anime. I'm not counting the openings and endings of course, but for the first time he appeared in the anime besides the opening or ending since episode 1. And it was just great to see Kawaki. This was his, like I said, first appearance since episode 1, minus the opening and endings. And I was pretty shocked to see him here because this is not how he showed up in the manga. But in the anime, they show him like staring off into the distance, like on top of a cliff or something. And that was his first appearance, or shall I say reappearance, in the anime after episode 1. So, yeah, I was pretty shocked. I didn't think we was going to see Kawaki in this episode, but I was really pleasantly surprised and very happy to see Kawaki. I was super hyped to see that. And the only thing I will say is I think his hair should have been a little bit longer in the back, like how it is in the opening. But other than that, he looked fantastic, and it was great to see him. So yeah, that's what the episode started off with. And then we had a scene where basically Boruto and the others, the rest of Team 7 and Katasuke, they was getting ready to leave on the mission that Naruto gave them. And just like we had a lot of the same stuff in the manga, I mean, we had the same scene in the manga, but the anime actually cut out some dialogue, and the dialogue that it cut out was Sumire pretty much said, "Does it bother you, sorta, that other girls, or that might other girls might like Boruto?" And Sarda said, "Seriously, of course not." And Sumire said, "Well, it certainly bothers me." So that was something that we got in the manga, some dialogue that we got in the manga that was not in the anime. I don't know why the anime cut that out. Some people might say, oh, they cut it out for time reasons. But it seems like, I don't know why the manga is doing this. I mean, the anime is doing this. But it seems like the anime is cutting out a lot of the romance scenes that we get in the manga. They did this back in the Mugino Bandits arc, where Sarada said that Boruto is going to get all Shandero. And, that's like her little catchphrase. But she said it in a really sexual way. And then, like, she bit her glasses while she said it. That happened in the Mugino Bandits arc in the manga, but the anime cut that out. And they also cut out this scene, or shall I say this dialogue that Sumire said, where she said it certainly bothers her that other girls might be interested in Boruto. Which obviously, basically shows that Sumire is interested in Boruto, and that she actually likes him romantically. So, I just don't understand why the anime is cutting the romance scenes out. It seems to do that a lot, and I don't like it at all. That's definitely a negative aspect of the anime, and I just don't like that at all. And also, Sarda's face looked pretty shocked when Sumire said that, or pretty surprised, maybe in a negative way, because you could, theorize that Sarda, or you could say that Sarda probably didn't like Sumire saying that. But yeah, I just don't get why the anime cut out that dialogue, and I don't like that. But anyways, moving on. The rest of the episode, we got pretty much Team 7. They went on a mission, and they seen the airship. Katasuke went inside the airship, and he saw that there was an empty container in there. And Boruto and Sarada and Mitsuki, they fought against a couple puppets. The puppets were able to use, spit out fireballs and stuff like that, and no jutsu worked on them because they kept on getting back up. And yeah, that's what happened with that. Eventually, Katasuke, he basically said, you got to fight scientific ninja tools with scientific ninja tools. And he used this new scientific technology, this new bodysuit he has, to absorb basically all of the fire style attacks that the puppets were shooting out. And these puppets were basically, they were able to be controlled, basically to control themselves. They didn't need a puppet master with them. And so yeah, so that was how that went down. And I guess they overheated, and Katasuke, he said they got to destroy their chakra source, and he took some data with him as well. And then we did get an extra scene that wasn't in the manga, but we got another anime original chorus scene. I like that the anime is adding in a lot of anime original chorus scenes that we didn't get in the manga, adding in a lot more depth and detail to the core organization that we didn't get in the manga a lot more. So yeah, I like that the anime is adding in other chorus scenes, or shall I say anime original chorus scenes. I like that. So in this scene, basically Jigen, or should I say Code, he attacked Jigen, and Jigen brushed him off like he wasn't nothing, and he told Code that he still has a long way to go, which I think that pretty much implies that Code does that often, and he is trying to he's basically trying to get on Jigen's level, or he's trying to train with the Jigen, but he's nowhere near even close to being a match for Jigen. And basically Code, he said he wanted to take care of the trader, he wanted to deal with the trader, and Jigen said, no, what you're doing right now, I need you to do that task because it's very important for achieving our goal. And then Delta walked back past Code, and she was like, oh, well, pretty much it's too bad. It seemed like you're trying to get close to Jigen, but it's too bad that he likes him more. Now, I think by him, I think she meant Amato, since I think Jigen might, because Jigen wasn't considering Amato to be a traitor. He talks to Amato about personal things. So I think that's who she was referring to him. And, since Amato is the scientist of the organization, Jigen spends a lot of time with Amato. Either she was referring to Amato or someone else, the vessel, as you guys know. Manga readers, you know who I'm talking about. Now, anyways, so after that, we got basically, after the puppets were defeated, they found the dog that was on the mission with him. They found he was able to locate Konohamaru and Mugino, and they were in a cave. And Team 7 and Katasuke, they found them, and then they started talking about, the airship and what, basically all the stuff that they seen and experienced. And then Ayo showed up, and he was like, yeah, keep on talking. And eventually Ayo found out about Korra. I mean, he found out that they knew about Korra. He was trying to get more detail from him, but they wasn't going to tell him stuff about what they learned or whatever. And yeah, so he started attacking them, and he said he got to kill them because they know too much information, pretty much, because Konohamaru said something. Konohamaru said the name Korra. And yeah, so he started attacking them. We got a little bit of fighting between Ayo and everybody else, the rest of Team 7, Mugino and Katasuke. And yeah, that stuff was pretty cool. I didn't like how the art, like when we got to that stuff in the episode, the artwork got worse, mainly with Boruto. Like his face looked weird, but I'll talk about that later on. But yeah, for the most part, this stuff was good. Mugino actually died in the episode, just like he did in the manga, but in the anime it was a lot more detailed because he actually met Ayo in the anime, and he basically kind of started to look up to Ayo in the anime. And he basically said something along the lines of him, he was looking up to Ayo, and he thought it was cool how he was a shinobi, or how he did things as a shinobi, and he was the sole survivor of the headquarters during the war and stuff like that. And Ayo said, and basically Mugino was like, didn't you? He basically remembered that Ayo said that he wasn't a ninja, and Ayo said, yeah, I'm not a ninja, I'm a tool. So yeah, and then Mugino, he did his earth style jutsu. He tried to sacrifice himself. Well, basically he did sacrifice himself, but it turned out not to be successful. I mean, he ended up dying, and Ayo ended up surviving the earth style attack that Mugino did. And then yeah, that was pretty much the end of the episode. Konohamaru told the rest of them that they had to retreat, and Ayo said, yeah, you can run all you want, but he basically was going to kill them. So yeah, that's what happened in the episode. Overall, in terms of story, the episode was a 10 out of 10. Adding more detail to the story, the story that's adapted from the manga, adding more detail and depth to the Korra organization. Once again, giving us some anime original scenes with the Korra organization, which is, adding more detail and depth to the Korra organization, which is fantastic. Also, it did a great job at adapting the story from the manga, and yeah, it was just great overall in terms of story. 10 out of 10 in terms of story. In terms of artwork, the episode actually got worse. Well, the majority of the episode, like everything before we got into the fight between Ayo and Team 7, everything before that little fight was good. The artwork was good before that. But when we got to that fight during the cave, like when they were in the cave, and we got that fight between Ayo and Team 7, Boruto's face started to look weird. How it, like, this tends to happen when the Boruto anime gets outsourced to other studios, because Studio Period is the main studio that works on it, but sometimes they outsource it to other studios because it's a weekly anime, and they can't do everything themselves. They're also working on Black Clover and a couple other things. So yeah, the artwork did decline towards the end of the episode when we got that fight, but it was only a couple of scenes where you could really notice that Boruto's face looked weird. But other than that, the artwork was great throughout the rest of the episode. But because of that, I'm gonna have to subtract. I'm gonna subtract 2 points from the art, because it wasn't the entire episode, and it wasn't even like, it was just a couple of scenes where Boruto's face looked really weird. And to me, it kind of did take away my enjoyment a little bit of what was going on, because I was kind of distracted by just the bad artwork, like at how Boruto looked basically. So yeah, I didn't like seeing that. So I'm gonna say the artwork was a 8 out of 10, just because of that, how it was towards the end of the episode. Yeah, it was 8 out of 10 for me. And yeah, and then the animation, I'll just give it a 9. Pretty standard animation. I didn't notice anything wrong with it really. So yeah, that's what I'll say about that. So, but overall in terms of story, 10 out of 10, and obviously the story is the most important part. So I'm gonna give it overall a 10 out of 10 for the episode overall, in terms of how good I think the episode was objectively. Now, in terms of my own personal enjoyment, I didn't like that dialogue that they cut out, the dialogue between Sarada and Sumire. I didn't like the fact that they cut out that dialogue, and like I said, I also didn't like how Boruto's face looked towards the end of the episode. So, me personally, although objectively I think the episode was a 10 out of 10 just because how great the story is, personally, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Kawaki showing up for the first time actually saves this episode for me, and also the story, saves the episode. The artwork I wasn't digging towards the end of it, like I said, and also I didn't like the fact that they cut out dialogue from the manga that should not have been cut out. Now, with that being said, yeah, that's my thoughts on the episode. That's what I thought about the episode. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode and of the review in the comment section below. And yeah, the preview is looking like the artwork is gonna be how it should be, and it's looking like the artwork is gonna look how it normally should and how it usually looks. So so I think in the next episode the artwork should be good. Now, yeah. So with that being said, let me know what you thought of the video and of my review in the description below. I mean, in the comment section below. And also, if you liked the video, please drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and click that channel notification bell to be notified on all of my future videos. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. If only I could turn back.